A couple of days ago, I go out of my garage and my wife's in there and she's digging around through my stuff. I'm like, what are you doing in here? She's like, I'm looking for a tape measure. Grabbed her one, gave it to her. What do you need it for? Well, I got to go measure some windows at work today. And I was like, oh, cool, great. And right before she leaves, I said, hey, honey, real quick, when you write your measurements down, you know how to write your fractions out? If it's not like a half or a quarter, if it's something awkward. She knew. But do you? Now, when you go to that bottom ruler, you see quite a few more lines in between 2 and 3. There's 16 of them. That's twice as many. This is going to give you a much more accurate reading, but with that comes a little bit more of a challenge of writing those measurements out, because now you're writing fractions in sixteenths as opposed to eighths, which can get a little bit trickier, but not that much. Let's talk about what we do. I'll give you a marking, practice writing it down a couple of times, and after a few, you should have the hang of it. We're going to use the bottom ruler for this first one. Remember, the bottom ruler has 16 lines in between its inches, so we're going to write sixteenths out as our fractions. Let me make a quick mark right here. All right, so now that we're looking at this, we are 3 lines over from 3 inches. Now, if there are 16 total lines between 3 and 4, and we're only 3 lines over, that means it's 3/16 of an inch beyond 3. So this measurement here would be 3 and 3/16 of an inch. However, 3/16 cannot be simplified. So that would be your final result. Now let's look at an example where we would simplify our fraction. Let's just go 2 lines over now from the 3. We have a new marking. It's only 2 lines over from the 3. And now we have 2/16. Well, 2 and 16 are both even numbers, meaning they can both be cut in half. And if I cut both of those in half, that means I'm at 1/8. So 1/8 would be the measurement in simplified form, 3 and 1/8 inches. Okay, when we go to this top ruler, we only have 8 markings. So if we fall in the middle of them, you're going to have a little bit of a miscalculation. Okay, let's say we have this marking right here, just beyond the 4. Well, that's 2 lines over from the 4. But we don't want to say 2/16 anymore because we don't have 16 lines between the 2 numbers. We only have 8. So if we're 2/8 over, 2/8 simplifies down to 1/4. So this measurement here would be 4 and 1/4 or 4 1/4 of an inch. Hopefully this makes sense. Give it some practice. Try it out. There's some games online that you can go to. Good luck on your upcoming test.